Do you know what would happen if I suddenly decided to stop going into work? A business big enough that it could be listed on the NASDAQ goes belly up. Disappears. It ceases to exist without me, no. Do you know how much I make a year? I mean, even if I told you, you wouldn't believe it. Do you know what would happen if I suddenly decided to stop going into work? A business big enough that it could be listed on the NASDAQ goes belly up. Disappears.
Yeah, I already know, man. It's that special edition, man. So we need y'all to go ahead and come on in. It's Friday. And you know, Theo and I are on the ones and twos. So y'all get yourself together, man. Get yourself together.
Hey, I got the code to the gate. He ain't been pulling his weight. Let's put on his talking and get him erased. Rap sheet longer than Yao Ming. I'm already a water state. So we gotta cover a few things.
So we are getting ourselves together. Y'all go ahead and get y'all seats together, because it is what it is, baby. We about to go and have a good show. The W2 versus the 1099s.
Ooh,
Let's go.
That's heavyweight boxing at its best in the trucking industry.
Yes, sir. What's up with it, man? What's up with it, everybody? I want to say, man, first of all, what's up with you, Theo, baby? How you doing on the other side of the world?
I'm doing good, baby. The weather's good, life is good, and it's Friday after freedom. Let's get it on. Let's get this boxing match on.
And I want to say what's up to all the good people that tuned in tonight, man. I know y'all could have did anything on a Friday, but you tune in to Official Business Podcast, man. And that tells us that we are special. And not only that, we are proud to announce sponsorship.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes. So before we get the show started, you know, we got to pay some bills. Man. What up with your checkmate, man? But we got to pay some bills. So we will be right back after this commercial and, you know, pay some bills and make some things happen. And shout out to French Kiss. And yes, shout out to French Kiss. Valentine's is right there around the corner. If you want to get your lady something real nice and warm and comfortable, and that looks really good when you come off that road, y'all go over there to French Kiss, FrenchKissIntimates.com, and you will get 15% off your order. 15%. Save money, earn some good loving, and girl look good doing it, man. Just looks good.
Did. Yes, she did.
So shout out to French Kiss, man. We thank you for that. But man, it's Friday night, man. And you know, this week has been crazy, but last night we was talking, and we talked on the subject about W2s and 1099.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man. Yes. What's up with you, K9 Pro C? What's up with you? But how can we start this off, man? Theo, I'm gonna let you take the wheel on this one.
I'm gonna take it, brother. I'm gonna take it. You know, we've had this debate of 1099 versus W2, and we had the debate of 1099 company. There's no such thing, but it's a good debate to talk about. And I think people are losing it with misclassifications, running into these companies, not sure what they're doing, losing money over here. The company's gaining money over there.
Yeah, you
That's
going
not
off the
how it
script,
works.
Tim. Come on. We are we talking about 1099, or are you going to start talking about the company now? All right, it's
We gonna bring
1099.
it close.
1099.
1099. Everybody's responsible for their taxes, and it's the wrong thing to do unless you are an entrepreneur. You should never be a 1099 if you're not an entrepreneur. You're giving away your wealth, is what you're doing.
So 1099. Well, I'm gonna get spicy with it.
Oh, you always do.
Well, because I'm gonna start talking about I want to start off with the pros of being classified as 1099.
Mm-hmm.
One of the big classifications is, okay, you could self-manage your taxes. You could pencil whip. Now, it's against the law. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a tax professional. I'm not a certified CPA. But 1099 has its benefits if you're looking at it from a hustler's standpoint.
Correct.
If you are looking at, all right, I need to get out of debt, I need to get out the hole, I need to get somewhere financially in order to take care of my family, 1099 is a no-brainer. And I think that people with this 1099 versus W2, whereas W2 holds its benefits as well, has its pros. Where a person with W2, you know, of course, they are paying into the beneficial system. Of course, they are showing their income, so they could go and apply for things a lot easier than a person that's 1099.
Correct.
W2, the government is in your business, and if you got garnishments, let's just be real. Some people got garnishment, some people got child support.
Yeah.
Yeah, and, you know, and quite frankly, from what I've seen in the past, child support could be really unfair. A man could have their wage garnished about 75% of their wages, where they are unable to make a living, and they're W2, they paying into the system, they're doing everything right, but it's still just crushing them. So they run over to 1099. You know, we could sit back and talk about the IRS. But until they go and dance in that river, you know, this 1099 and W2. But we could bring it back in. I know I went out. I told you I wouldn't.
Yeah, you stepped outside the screen door for just a minute.
Well, you know, I gotta tell you the benefits if you a hustler. If you out there trying to get that money, man, I'm gonna be honest with you, sir. Some of this dialogue is not gonna be as
feasible.
Feasible or attractive. But
Mm-hmm.
if you trying to get out that trying to get out the hole, trying to get out that gutter, man, you got to learn you got to be smart to work in the parameters. You can't overextend yourself.
Correct.
You can't, and you damn sure can't expose yourself, especially if you run that 1099 and, you know, you trying to duck and dodge some things. Where when you get on W2 is like public record for tax collection. Not even tax collection, debt collectors.
If you owe anybody, you run your name in the system, you may get your check and it's a negative $1,000.
Yeah.
You see, by the time child support hits your back taxes, you're negative $1,000. So there are some pros and little cons to W2 if you owe those kind of things.
All right. So even though I work a regular job, can I do 1099 if I have an LLC on the side? Yes, you can.
Correct.
Yes. And that's actually that's a benefit. That's a benefit, you know, because you got some money on the side that's not being taxed. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, man, the government we are already overtaxed. Now, if you know how to work the system where you got a W2, all right, you paying into the system, and on the side, you're making some side money, you know, that's not taxed, and you got to file your taxes and report what you made, especially if you get paid cash. If you get paid cash, if you got an operation that's based off on is a cash-based operation,
there is no paper trail with cash, so nobody knows but me and my wallet.
Well, we do not condone.
No, not at all.
Yeah, no. We want y'all because we are talking from a standpoint of everybody out here just playing fair by Uncle Sam. We all know Uncle Sam on his cut.
Yes.
But a cash-based business is very beneficial. But let's go back to trucking, because the majority of you guys out there that tunes in are truck drivers. And companies that offer 1099s, you got to look at the variables. And a company driver, because we heard this talk before, a company driver will say, hey man, I'm on W2 and I make more than a 1099. Well, it just depends on who are you referenced to. because you got owner operators out there that makes more money than company drivers and vice versa. So that's
That
just
is
that's very subjective.
correct.
Uh, but you have some owner operators out there that's running a 1099 or company driver that came into agreement with the company, and the company said, "Hey man, we're going to do some backhanded stuff. We're going to need you to operate under the classification as a subcontractor, 1099." And some people are like, "No, don't do it." And you know, you got the pros and cons, but you got to look at it. The person is retaining more, and you don't know what's going on in their personal life.
Correct.
Child support might just be too high, or they probably got Sally Mae. If y'all don't know about Sally Mae, she's a bad mama jamma.
Yeah, don't forget about Freddie Mac.
And Freddie Mac, and they actually named him Mac. So you got to duck and dodge because you got to look at the benefits now. And I'm coming from this. I'm gonna come from this topic of, okay, let's say you are brand new into this trucking industry, and you made some hiccups in the past, but your hiccups in the past is costing you in the future. What do you do? Well, you have to figure out how to get a job that will benefit you where you're able to retain more and still, you know, pay your dues, but you control that.
Correct.
You control that, so you can still have a a comfortable. I wouldn't even say comfortable. I would say healthy, a healthy lifestyle or living conditions.
Mm-hmm.
So what do people do? Hey man, they jump 1099. They jump 1099. They like, okay, instead of you guys taking now, let's say 40% of my check, I'm just gonna give y'all 20%, and I'm gonna keep the rest over here, take care of my bills, take care of these expenses until I'm able to afford it. Which, you know, that's what all Americans, I think that should be for all people. But unfortunately, we don't live in that type of world. In that type of system that exists now, they don't care. It doesn't care about you. So a lot of
Mm-hmm.
truck drivers, I would say their hands are forced where they have to go 1099. So, but what about you, Theo? What about you?
Well, I mean, you put a lot out there on the table now. I didn't bring this many forks and knives to dice it up, but you put a lot out there. And I will agree, it does give you that financial freedom versus paying every week. You know that you're gonna start saving to pay at the end of the year. You can basically budget out what it should be. But at the end of the day, it does give you that financial freedom. You do have more control over your money if you do it right. That's
Now,
the key.
when you say do it right, what you mean? How can you do it wrong?
Well,
What
you
up,
can do it
Jesse?
wrong by running straight through the year and not putting anything aside, not putting anything. That's how you do it wrong. That's
Run
number
a
one.
1099.
Yes. Yes.
Now, why is that wrong?
Well, I'm gonna tell
Because
you why it's wrong.
okay,
You have to factor in you're gonna owe something, right? So you're just running all year. Let's say you're 2K a week. Every week's coming to your bank account. You're running all year. You're not going to work all year, 48 weeks in a year. You're going to actually work. Now, what happens? You haven't put anything aside when you wanted that freedom to take your money and put it where you want it. You didn't want them to take your money. You say, you know what? I'm gonna be in control of my money, but you didn't control it. You just ran through and ran through. Didn't plan for when that time come because you will pay the piper
what you all right? So what you mean? What time coming? What
when
time? You
that
act like
time
this is
come
the
to do those.
medieval.
Yeah, I know, right? When it's time to do those taxes,
Oh,
are
you
you
talking about
planning for
okay?
it? You got me? Are you planning for the taxes that aren't coming out? Are you planning for when you have to pay those?
Well, what about this? I'm gonna throw this wrench in there.
Go ahead.
What if this person is operating 1099
Mhm.
and they are also keeping up with their expenses?
Correct. I mean, that's the whole thing of doing it right.
You
You
didn't
get
say
what I'm
that.
saying?
You said save the money.
Well, that's saving. That's still part of your saving, right?
See,
You're
all right. Then,
budgeting.
yeah, well, if we gonna talk about it, let's talk about it
Well,
then.
let's get into it.
Wait a
You're
minute, because
budgeting,
you
right?
okay.
Yeah. So you still understand you have your deductions that you're going to get throughout the year, i.e., purchases that you make, right? That's going to account. but those purchases still have to come up to a good number so that when you do file, you're not paying as much. Now, let's say hypothetically the 15%, $15,000, you've got roughly $7,000 in repairs. With all your other numbers, give you 12. Well, you only
Hold on.
own
Where you
about
getting
3.
this 15% at? Let's slow it down. Let's rewind it back because
Okay.
you just jumped somewhere. Let's say,
I
let's
time
say,
looped.
yeah, you did, pimp. You did on that one. Let's say 100,000, right? 100,000 is a feasible number. That's a realistic number in today's trucking, in the trucking industry.
Correct.
Let's say I generated $100,000 within a 12-month period. Now it's coming up for taxes, and I'm 1099 classified. Okay, and also, I am classified as a company driver to this company, but I'm getting my money under a 1099 classification. What are the top 3 things that I need to have in place in order for me to have okay filing?
For you to have okay filing, one, you're not going to be a 1099 company driver.
And
So let's
see, here we go. We just
I
dropped them
have
all
to
again.
put it because you gave a
Now,
classification that's not there. That's
these
not a
are
classification.
all right. See, here, this is what you're doing. You're fighting with the damn universe. You're fighting with the unit. It's people out here right now that has unfortunately found themselves in this type of dilemma. So what do we say to the people in that type of dilemma versus just, to me, is almost like but what do you say to them?
Well, I would say number one, find out what the percentage you owe that you can save up throughout the year. Number two, find out
What you
what
mean
deduction.
percentage you hold?
When I say
So,
percentage, meaning there is a 15.3% you have to pay the IRS. I don't want to get into the schematics, but that's a raw number that you're
from
going to
the
have to
whole
pay.
number, from whatever
From the whole
number
number.
that
Correct.
whatever number that they go ahead and net
Correct.
from what they generated. So if they generated 100,000, but they say, okay, we had expenses, some people go half on fuel. They got fuel expense, clothing expense, food per diem, clothing. All right, I already say clothing.
Clothing, you did that.
Supplies of that nature. And let's say that number came down to a rough 45,000. So you're saying that 45,000, 15% of that 45,000 is really looking towards that's what
Correct.
average or estimated,
Average.
educated estimated.
Yes.
Yes,
Is what you're
15% of that number.
Correct.
That's a hellified number.
Well, hey, that's what you signed up for.
$5,000 after 15.
That's what you signed up for. Some may say do your taxes quarterly. You don't worry about that. But that's what you signed up for. Unbeknownst to some. You got me?
All right. Then let's go with average owner operator with their truck leased on to a company, 1099. What are 3 top things that they need to have prepared or willing to provide when filing taxes?
You would say the 3 top things?
Yeah, 3 top.
Well, if you look at it on a basic level, just understanding basics, you're going to need that fuel, which is part of the deductions.
You said,
well, you said basic 3. You said basic 3?
Yeah, just 3, Theo. Let me make it easy for you, baby. Just 3, Phil.
Okay, we've got fuel, we've got maintenance, we've got back office, we've got, if we're paying ourselves as a W-2 for a deduction. So those
top
are 3.
Top three.
That was 3.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
Now, let's go and talk about this.
Let's talk about it.
All right. Top 3. Damn. I will agree with you to a certain extent. I would say fuel.
Yes, I did.
I would say the first thing before you do, next to your Social Security and your birth certificate as an owner operator, the number one thing will be get the full cost of fuel. How much you actually spent, not the discounted price.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you do get a discount, whoop-de-doo. But if you don't get a discounted price, you need to pull a statement for your fuel consumption,
Correct.
your fuel. That's number one, because that's going to be the number one hard hitter for your credits, for your
Mm-hmm.
deductions. Okay. Now, what you got? What you got for the audience for number two, Theo?
Maintenance.
All right. Now, go ahead and break it down, then, brother.
Well, you figure with the maintenance, you spend about an average of for $12,000 to $14,000 a year, the average owner operator. So you're looking at basically about $1,100 a month, what it equates to. Now, this is broken up over a year. So that's going to be another deduction that you really want to have with that maintenance. Now, here's what I stress to people. They will
Oh yeah.
ask you,
What
do
kind
you
of
have an
maintenance you got?
EIN?
What kind of
Well,
maintenance?
I got a BOGO.
You oh man, this
You know how
yeah.
that is.
But these newer truck, some of these guys are spending 20,000. Somebody got their phone.
That was me.
That-
We're talking just on the average, right? And I'm looking at from the average of me. I can't base it on anybody else. I'm gonna use my numbers, so everybody can understand that. We was looking at an average of roughly 11 to 12,000 a year with maintenance costs. 11 to 12.
How much do your turbo cost?
My turbo is 35. I've only replaced 2 in the lifetime of having those trucks.
Your turbo is 35.
35.
How much is your water pump?
Water pump never replaced it, but it's 386 at Volvo.
How much is your transmission?
Never replaced it. That's $5,000 for a
Okay.
reman.
All right. And the number you gave out was what, 14?
About 14,000. Yeah.
All right. We're going to add 10 on top of that. 24,000.
You're more than welcome. Correct. So now we're hovering around your maintenance cost is your next biggest cost, in my opinion. And also, let's not forget, let's say you are actually financing this truck. That's another cost.
All right, but we are only on the maintenance. We only on maintenance.
Okay. We only on
So
the maintenance.
number 2 is the maintenance.
Correct.
Owner operators need to get their cost of maintaining the vehicles. You can include your parking space and your truck washes and things of that nature to care of
anything generated around that truck. Correct.
All right. Okay. Now, number 3.
Oh man. Number 3 is going to be spicy, man. I like to say insurance, but we can kind of put that with the maintenance. I always go with the insurance factor. Your insurance, meaning your cost of operation every month, that's guaranteed you're gonna pay, whether that truck took 1 load or 50. You're guaranteed to pay that. So that is a guaranteed expense that you're gonna have every month.
Yeah. Your annual. So
Yeah.
you would say, yeah. I guess we could combine the two and put the ELD system in there too as well.
Correct.
We could do the 3. We could, threesome. We could do insurance, ELD system, and cellular phone data.
Correct.
Data plans. So
and that is an expense. Yeah.
So we got all 3 of those expenses.
Mm-hmm.
So people can actually take that information and build from that. That's some solid stuff to build from. Yeah.
I mean, those are going to be your big 3 that you have to look at, even if you're coming into it and thinking about it. Your fuel costs, your maintenance costs, those are really your big 2. But then we got to figure out factor of insurance. Insurance is based on the kind of truck you have, the region you live in. Your insurance can go up.
Hold on, Theo, you about to step on some shit, Theo.
I got my boots on tonight.
Man, I'm gonna tell you right now, that shit you talking about, that's false.
No.
Man, they changed that, Theo. You must be trying to be on operator back in 1997.
Okay,
right now, they looking at that credit, pimp.
Yeah.
No
doubt.
They're looking at that credit, number 1.
Doubt.
They looking at your experience, number 2. And now they just let anybody do a declared value. At first, they used to really, make you go and get an appraisal for, let's say you had a 97 Classic Freightliner in 2015. And you told the insurance company you want to insure this truck, you want to insure the truck value at 110. Man, they would tell you behind to go and get that sucker appraised by a certified appraisal before they'll write that policy. Nowadays, you call in and say, hey, man, I got a Daewoo. I want $1.5 million coverage. They be like, yeah, go ahead. Because when you get in an accident, we ain't going to pay it.
There you go. That's why they let you value whatever you want.
Yeah, declare value is off the chain, but yeah. Insurance. So now we hit on that. I would say that was the kindergarten stuff. That was some real, some real light stuff. Let's go and get into the nitty gritty, because it's something that truck drivers do every day, and that's a part of this industry that they're leaving money on the table. Now, keep this in mind, you guys. Keep this in mind. This is the matrix. This is a catch-22. The money you save in your operation, the government says you owe to them. So if you lose money in the truck industry, the government's be like, you know what? We don't want to take nothing from you, you little poor soul. Not as much. Just give us 2%. But if you are out there being proficient with your operation, but not as efficient with your CPA and your filing, your write-offs and your deductions, Uncle Sam thinks that you don't deserve all that money in your pockets. So this is when you have to really counterbalance your operation, your deductions, and Uncle Sam. So what are some things that you might say that people overlook in this industry for deductions?
You know what? I would start with the basics, just scaling the load.
Man, this guy right here keep on saying the basics. See, yo, man. All right, I got you, Bill.
We're gonna start with the basics, right? How many guys are literally putting that scale receipt and putting it into an actual deduction at the end of the year? How many of them are doing it if they're buying a shower? These are just the basic things you do, right? These are what we call, at a minimum, 3 times a week, you're going to do one of those minimum. So that's part of the deduction. This impacts you right here and now. When you scale that load, boom, that's an impact, instant. You have to pay for a shower, boom, that's the impact, instant. So the smaller things really attack you and makes all the difference on the bearing of that operation. Some may say no, but I'm telling you that is your basic way of looking at operating and the cost where you go every day, the day-to-day operation.
I would say, okay, you say basic. I don't like a basic motherfuckers. Let's go. I would say something that people don't take in consideration is the mileage on their vehicles to get to their trucks. The mileage that is added to the vehicles to advance, because FMCSA has told people, truck drivers, once you get your CDL, you always on the clock. So advancing to your truck, meaning leaving the house and going where your truck is parked at, I would keep up with the mileage, because you are allowed to write that off, the gas in your personal vehicle going over there to your truck. That's money you leaving on the table. Your clothing, that's money they leaving on the table, and that cup of coffee in the morning time.
But you got to buy the coffee now. You got to buy it. You can't just wait because you got a free one because you brought 150 gallons. And come up with $1.25 number for that day.
Oh man, look at Jake Most, man. People hit the cash app, man. We were, hey man, y'all hit the cash app, man. We really appreciate it.
You see, I got my mic fixed for everybody, so let's get it going. This mic wasn't free to get it fixed.
Oh yeah, then we got sponsored today, you guys. We have gotten sponsored. French Kiss Intimates. That's a big accomplishment.
Yeah,
but
a short amount of time. Correct.
Yeah, what you mean short amount of time, man? What?
Hey, man, we only been doing this 4 months?
Hey, there go Theo talking crazy, you guys.
Well, the Official Business Podcast been around for years, but
man, we both officials. There you go, man. All right,
you're talking.
Leave it alone. You running off like goddamn, running off like the first woman I was trying to date in middle school. Would you be my Valentine? Just leave me alone. You're ugly. No, no. But anyway, let's get back to it.
Oh,
So things that you guys could use, and I'm gonna give you a cheat code. I'm gonna give y'all a
mhm.
cheat code. And I've learned this from one of my CPA was younger than me. Um, he was from Africa, born and raised in Africa, came over to the United States, and I had to deal with him for some tax issues back in the day.
Correct.
And I went in there with how many of you guys out there keep the paper receipts? How many of y'all literally keep the documentation? I know I was one of them. I had
Yeah.
five, probably at least five. I got some right here beside me right now. If I could bring them on camera, I might
Mhm.
leave here and just show you guys. I literally got the old school 1995 boxes filled with documents. So he gave me some information that really simplified my filings. And he told me to open up a business bank account. And with that business bank account, only utilize that card. Just focus, retrain yourself to utilize that card for your business. Anything that you're doing with the truck, when you get gas to go to the truck, when you buy food, when you get coffee, when you're buying clothing, when you go to entertainment, go to restaurants for
Correct.
business practices, purposes. When you wherever you go, use that card.
Mhm.
Then at the end of the year, bring me. I need to log into your bank, get your bank statements. I'm gonna do it right there. Or your bank will offer that service for like $10. It will
Yeah.
itemize it. So with that, I got off of QuickBooks. I got off of keeping paper because he's
Mhm.
like, hey man, that's a federal document. That is a legit document. Your bank statement is a legit document.
Correct.
People have been prosecuted by bank statements. So stop keeping all that paperwork. Oh,
Mhm.
got Cash App. Uh, so people have been prosecuted because of it, of bank statements.
Correct.
So I start doing that. That's what I went to. I went
Mhm.
to 100%. You know what, man? Use my bank statements. Then have the banks. We go in now. I've been doing it for so long. It comes second nature. At the end of the week, I go throughout my account and I make sure that everything is falling into correct category. And then I do a monthly expense report on myself.
Correct.
And then from there, I see how much money I generated, how much went out the account, how much still in the account, where did money go to? Did this month did I spend more on gas? Did I
Mhm.
spend more on E? And this right here is really about yourself fine tuning yourself like a carburetor. You don't want to be too lean. You just want to be just right, just right. All
Correct.
right. But go ahead, Theo.
Oh, I agree. I mean, the last time I did what you said you did with the paper, and I'll never forget. Dave said, "Hey, man, if you come in here with this year, I can't do it." He said, "Theo, it takes too long digging through these receipts. I wasn't paying him enough to do all that because it was a time issue. So I get it. So we basically just simplified it, like you said, started doing it with the bank account. I will pull everything out, just write it down for him. We did it that way. And then he even said, nah, we'll just pull it off your bank account. And you're right. That notion of that business account, every time you swipe it, that's your record. That's all you need. That is truly all you need.
You go into a CPA, you can reduce your fees. Your CPA will love you because I was one of the guys like, okay, I'm leaving too much. Theo, Theo.
That's me.
Let me-
Yep. Let me mute it so it won't be in your ear. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah. All right. So I was one of those guys trying to figure out how much money I'm leaving on the table and what am I truly generating. Like this year, a lot of people are starting this type of talk. Well, they're not this type of talk, but it's a talk about how Amazon and a lot of brokers
Hmm.
are not sending out 1099s. And the reason why they don't have to, number one, it was just um, a complimentary. Okay.
Correct.
They don't have to do it because you actually have their information. If they direct deposit money into your account, what you can actually do is go to your bank, do a word search of that particular broker, and then your bank's going to pull up all the information about that broker and deposits and things and credits to your account.
Mhm.
Now, what you have to do then, if you are doing quick pay fees and things of that nature, only thing you have to do is just get your hold on, you guys. There we go. So only thing you have to do is just do a word search. Got me? Only thing you have to do is search and see how much they deposit in your account. I know. And then you have to also look at your invoice and see how much you invoice them. Now, do you remember what I say about QuickBooks? This is where QuickBooks is going to help you because I know I said I didn't use them. I didn't. Not for the
Mhm.
simple stuff. I use them for invoicing for the cheap little fee. But
Mhm.
QuickBooks could show you the overall gross. Okay. So you compare the gross to what your bank statement says that you received from that particular broker, and you can see your loss right then and there. And you can see what you done in a year. And you
Correct.
will be surprised. You will be shocked how many $5, $20, $5, $7, $2.50. How much money you actually give away.
Oh, it adds up real quick. It it
Yeah.
it adds up real quick.
Now
You
from
know.
that point, that from there, that's when you file that, you know, that
Mhm.
right there is an automatically certified loss to your company.
Correct.
Then you go into the further steps of okay, cost of overhead, uh,
Mhm.
cost of health and wellness,
Mhm.
uh, cost of bathing. So you start breaking things down, and you start to really understand and start fine tuning where your money is going, how much you're actually generating, and how much you're gonna give to Uncle Sam before you know it. And shout out to all the certified CPAs out there. Before you know it, you'll realize something. You're in business where other people are profiting.
Mhm.
And you'll start to see that, okay, I generated 100,000, but I spent over $42,000 just in fees.
Correct.
And these factoring companies are notorious because of the underlining. But yeah, I know I just went off on something else.
Yeah, you did. You
Yeah, yeah,
you was
yeah.
you
Hey
was
man, I
pulling us
go
down the
do.
river for a minute. I'm like, okay, let me put this tug down because he's
You keep on
pulling
saying fucking basic. You keep on saying basic.
it.
I'm not a basic guy, man. I'm sorry. I'm not basic.
Oh man.
But what you guys do, yo?
Well, what about a twist in this? What about a twist of paying yourself?
What you
How
mean
would
by
that
paying
equate?
yourself?
Running yourself on a W-2, how would that equate with that other part of an expense? Because you are a
Well,
business, right?
well, yeah. So you show the business show expense. So
Hmm.
if you're going to run it like that, it's a transfer of funds.
Correct.
One entity takes the write off. The other entity must pay on it.
Hmm.
So you just transferring funds. You say, okay, instead of my business absorbing this amount of money and not being able, I like it. You got me thinking. You know what? You got that switch just went off. It is
Yes,
actually it's better. Well, not better. Uh, if you guys are planning on buying a house or want to upgrade your vehicle or
that's what I'm
credit,
talking about right
here
there.
you go, right here. Let's get down to the juiciness, man. Y'all hit that
Mm.
cash app, man. We're giving you the game. We're talking about the fucking this. All right. one of the tricks is if my business generate 100,000 on paper to Uncle Sam, I'm willing to allow my driver to absorb majority of my business profits,
Correct.
because the individual could do more than the business with the profit. And I'm talking about on paper.
Mm-hmm.
You want to go and buy a new home. If you want to get better interest rates, if you want a larger line of credit, the individual. Now, of course, the business comes secondary, as in, can it retain profit? Can it generate? Is it consistent? How long has it been in operation? Okay. But the primary is going to be the driver. Now, if you're a one person, if you're a one person operation, this is the goal. I'm telling you the goal. The goal is make yourself profitable, pay your taxes, turn around, flip your debt into basically wealth.
Correct.
Now, Theo just keep on saying correct, but go ahead, Theo. Go ahead, Theo.
That's what they know me for.
Yeah. Hey, man. Hey,
Well,
man. I'm just saying, man, because a lot of people don't understand that you don't want your business to stand in front of you. You actually want to stand in front of your business,
correct.
because your business could take the hit and like nobody really cares, right? But if you take the hit, everybody cares.
That's
Like
right.
if your business goes down, they are going in after the guarantor, which is a individual, right? So if you're an owner operator operating as a contractor, well, your business is the contractor, and you as an individual should be the employee to the entity.
There you go.
Right? And the entity should pay their employee very nicely. So the employee could go and get the line of credit, get better interest rates, and progress in their personal life and return the favor back to the business. That's that's game, baby.
Hey, listen. My thing is, 13,000 out of pocket, you end up with a $40,000 deduction. And not only that, your personal, which is separate from the business, now can show establishment for, like you said, purchasing a home. He has a W-2. We can do things as give this employee a 401k. It's still deductible on the business side. So you're taking your money and you're investing in you, is what you're doing. You're just taking your money and investing it in you. That's all you're doing.
Yeah. In the great importance of what we are going to see, like we were saying last night, like, all right, the W-2. I want to speak on some of the W-2. See, the W-2, if you are with a well-established company, yes, you do have your benefits. You have the retirement, you have pension, you have 401k. You do have some excellent, I would say, some things that you can look forward to in the future. I'm not taking anything away from that. You got some people that are comfortable, that is well scoped, and okay, being a great W-2 employee. No disrespect whatsoever. And I'm not one of those guys to tell people that they need to do more and leave what they are doing right now and try this 1099. So to compare the two, to me, I think it's oxymoron when people are battling each other on social media platforms. Because come on, who you think cleaning up, who's working in these restaurants, who's providing social service care and things like that? These are W-2 people, and their job are just important as a 1099, and not one is superior. Okay. It just, what do you want out of it, right? In your business operation, because the mindset of some of these people is that they're gonna run 1099, and 1099 is the golden goose egg of, okay, I'm 1099, I keep all my money. Well, you spending your money through your business account on frivolous things, but now your
Mm,
personal takes a hit. Now your business can't even show what they paid you as an employee. Only thing your business is showing that is generating and dispersing. It's not retaining your employee. If we take the tax forms and do your business right here, and then do the tax form for your employee, if your business generated $140,000, but your employee only made 15,000, oh, you red flag like a you are red flag.
oh yeah, yeah. You
Yeah,
got
it's
you
like
got to bring
I,
that
you,
employee
you
number up.
yes,
Yeah.
like what are you doing? What are you what? And that's where some 1099 owner operators find their self at. Like, man,
Hmm.
can you believe this? Yes, yes. You just showed that your business just took in, just really develop a life, turn into a human,
Hmm.
and it's not. It's actually an entity. Okay, and you know, and some people don't understand too. You can write off money that you lend your business. You can actually, an employee of the business could actually write a loan
To
to a
the
business,
business. Yeah.
and the employee could have that as a deduction as a loss. But that's a
Hmm.
whole different topic, man. There's
Hey, so
the
you trying to tell me I cannot, in good faith, swipe my business card and deduct my $15 Newport cigarettes? In good faith now.
I'm not going in down that road with your ass. I'm not going down your road. You should not be smoking Newport. You should be smoking Cadillacs, Cools, motherfucker. Everybody I know is smoke Cools.
I'm not a cool guy. I'm basic.
Oh,
Newports all day.
goddamn, man. Get you some Marlboros.
Oh man, them things will kill you, give you cancer.
But yeah,
But
man.
yeah.
So
Hmm.
these are just some of the things that um, people could utilize right now and see why um, in this business is different layers. And right now we are in that season where it's very critical with your
Correct.
tax balance, what you could qualify for. Um, what are the benefits of showing a major loss versus showing a profit? See, everything has its pros and cons in the tax code, right?
Hmm.
You just got to figure out. And if you can't figure out, let me take that back. If you can't figure out, this is the time to go and get CPAs and actually open up your books. You want to open up and see what your spending is. Where's your majority when you itemize your bank account? And you can see it, believe it or not, your bank itemized shit for you. They just don't show it to you, but they show it to
Hmm.
other people that want to come and look at you. Okay, the government.
Correct.
So where are you spending your most money?
Hmm.
You'll be shocked. Your bank could tell you. Spending most of your money on entertainment. Yes, it's a category for entertainment.
Hmm.
If you're spending 35% of your annual income on entertainment, you got a problem. You got a problem. So, and that's when you start fine tuning yourself.
Correct. Now, what if that bank seeing that 30% now is going towards, i.e., maintenance components, right? The maintenance tires, a little bit of fuel here and there. Do you think that will make the bank be more lenient to offer you either a higher limit on your business credit card or offer you a business credit card if you don't have one?
Well, that's a loaded question. That's going to really depend on what kind of credit, what kind of personal credit that person has, and what
Hmm.
kind of relationship they have with the bank. Okay,
Correct.
so the bank is not just going to, from what I've seen and banks that I've
Hmm.
dealt with, um, usually banks, when you go in there and establish yourself with, let's say, with a credit card with the bank.
Hmm.
Now, the credit card lender might see how much you're spending within the time period and offer you um, a increased line of credit, depending on how much you're spending, when you're spending, and how are you repaying? Are you making your monthly payment on time? Now, Some banks will allow you to do a no hit increase of line of credit or request for a line of credit. And that's when you take the opportunity to see. And a lot of people on the income part of the line of credit, especially people that are married in the trucking industry. I'm gonna say this: people that are married in the trucking industry is a force to be reckoned with once they understand their value, especially if you're a man and you are owner operator and your wife works, but she's a W 2. Okay. I think I
Mhm.
heard some people give a class about this, but it is a true, it's a very beneficial reason why somebody in the household needs to be W 2, why somebody's running 1099. It's very
Correct.
profitable. It's a tax reason. But a lot of people don't take into consideration. You got some police in your neighborhood?
Yeah, Tyrone just took another car again.
Man, shit. Let me lock my car doors. But anyway,
One of my rats got
uh,
loose.
so like if a man, if the husband is going into a bank and he wants to increase his chances of increasing a line of credit or getting a solid line of credit, well, on the income, one income, he needs to add both income together because you're not lying. You're married.
Correct.
So your wife is making like 100,000 and you generate 150,000. Well, you should put $250,000 on there
Hmm.
because that's the house income. That's the house income, the household. And and if the bank requests documentation, the only thing your wife got to do is just send one check stub. If that's if they request it, and boom, now your business
Yeah.
get this line of credit. And then you probably gonna get it at a good interest rate. It just, you know, these are the things that I want to say that's easy to know, but these are things that's not taught, right? How
Hmm.
to really utilize your relationship and how to maximize your dollar while operating as 1099. How to really push the envelope and get the most and stop sitting back allowing companies to absorb what you're generating and just thinking that the only gift that you get is that you go to Uncle Sam and say, I didn't make I didn't make enough, or I didn't make this much money. So give me a credit. Well, you could get your credit throughout the year. And you
Correct.
really want to focus on your credit on low interest rates, revolving line of credits, establishing new lines of credits, money management, reducing the operation costs. Only way you're going to reduce operational costs, here you go one thing. Here you go one of the important elements. You're going to have to reduce your interest rates on your cards.
Hmm.
Because you right now, it's a lot of people that are paying 21% on their credit cards from things that they charged last year. So a monthly payment that went from, let's say, hypothetically $75 to $150, which was very manageable, very feasible for a lot of people. Now it's anywhere from $400 to $600. Now, if they're operating in the current trucking market, of course they cannot afford to do a lot because the overhead costs.
That's right.
But if they had that relief of reduced interest rates, then they had a wiggle room. They would have a possible more possibility, right, to
Hmm.
wiggle in these hard times. So this is where when because people are so general. You get on here and people are like, well, reduce your reduce your operation costs or reduce this. And here go the thing. That sounds good in theory, but we are human beings that
Hmm.
operate businesses and we need some guidance, right? And one of the things is interest rates. So
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it sounds like you're almost asking someone to be financially responsible.
Are you saying almost, man? I just said be responsible, goddamn it,
Well,
Theo.
I'm saying almost. Now you just ain't gonna build a house overnight. Now we got to take a time building this house now.
And that way, here go the thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
that that is the problem. Is anybody can start at any point in their operation to improve it. And it just unfortunately that some people think that they are so far gone that they can't roll it back, which is so far from the truth. If people would take the time just to be honest with themselves, and this is how you be honest, not using your words, not actually just getting in a mirror and just using your words, but look at your bank account, taking time out, clicking the easy little buttons if you got a cellular phone or if you got a laptop,
Mm-hmm.
and running a report on yourself. It's probably going to take about 15 seconds, and having it itemized to see where a majority of your money is going. That is the basic of simplicity. This is where it's going to get you to the front door of recognizing yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then dig into it a little bit. When I say dig into it, you don't you don't have to do anything that's gonna be very time consuming, but run a report and get your statement and get it itemized, and just look at the places you go. Look at the
Correct.
days that you spend that much money. See, these things, if you have a smartphone, it does it for you. It's capable. It's capable. And these are the steps that you first have to identify the problem. When somebody say, "Man, you got a problem," you got a problem. I'm like, dude, you can't tell that person that because you haven't identified their problem. You're
That's
just
right.
talking about a personal trait, a characteristic trait. But
Mm-hmm.
let's look at what's causing this, right? And what caused truck drivers to take out loans? What caused truck drivers to become solely dependent on factoring companies? What caused truck drivers to take out fuel advances, right?
Mm-hmm.
Got to look at where the money at. And then from the money, that's when they can actually say to themselves, okay, maybe I need to cut back somewhere. And now, instead of you guessing, instead of you having getting frustrated, getting flustered, you can look
Mm-hmm.
at down at the paper and see exactly where your money's at. Exactly. The date, the time, the whole 9 yards. And at that point, you can make a conscious decision to say, no more, or I'm a limit it. I'm a reduce. And at that
Mm-hmm.
point, whatever you reduce right there, you have on the flip side. So if you reduce $20 today from a particular category, that means you have $20 more to your profit, to you. And that's how this thing started to work. You just build it. You just build it
Yeah.
slowly, but you start to identify, man. But what's up?
So would you equate it as something as simple as having an easy pass where you're getting a easy pass cost versus paying cash where it's more expensive, right? That would add up throughout the year over and over and over and over and over.
Well, here go the thing. Y- Getting an easy pass is affordable, but it's not.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a way where the government could collect their money straight out your bank accounts. It just here go the thing. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you save money, yes, but I'm still a component that a person could save more money by themselves than with the help of outside and third party entities.
Controlling the
Because
narrative.
if you want to save money on a toll road, just stop driving the fucking toll. There you go. I'm a spend money. And here go the thing. You want to stop? You want to save money? Stop driving the toll.
Oh, that
There you
is a
go.
true fact.
That is honesty.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you want convenience, You want to be convenient. You want things to move at a fast pace. It's going to cost you. Get on toll road. Well, D, I
Correct.
saved money today. You didn't save money. Why use my credit card? You didn't save money. Saving money compared to you being on a free road that you're already paying taxes on. How you
That's
say
right.
it? That's an
That's right.
additional cost. So, and that's where we have to, it goes right back to that circle. When a person
Mhm.
can sit down and look at their own money and count their own money, they they would, that's their honesty right there. There's nobody in their ear. There's not a hater in the room. It's them and their money. And there you go. That's the honest truth.
Mm. Well, I'm picking up what you're putting down, brother, on that one.
Yo, man, you know, but we started off with the 1099 versus W2.
Yeah.
Yeah, and here goes the thing. Both of them, you know, man, it's one of these things like, okay, I don't get wrapped up in the shenanigans of the
Mhm.
1099 and W2. I'm more wrapped up into where's my money going, right?
There you go.
Well, I used to always question stuff like, why is there a factoring company? Why haven't the payment system or the payment structure for truckers, particularly truckers, hasn't evolved? Brokers get their money straight up. Brokers lend out a line of credit to their customers. Then brokers receive money through a third party source from that line of credit. And customers, if they're brand new, you want to do business with a broker or move shipment. Some brokers make you pay, they make you pay up front, but that is not passed on to the truckers. That's not passed on to the trucker. The only thing that's offered to truckers are entities that is detrimental to truckers. Now they say, "Oh no, factoring companies has been helping." I'm gonna say it like this. This is what I think of it. That's like getting everybody on crack cocaine, then come around and give them that little drug, a byproduct, so they stop smoking crack. Now they on this pharmaceutical drug. That's what they did to the trucking industry with factoring.
That's right.
They did
Mhm.
not offer, they did not offer a way for truckers to be fully independent and collect their money. They just switch it by dropping the percentage. Then they played another little game of calling recourse and non-recourse. Now we playing semantics with terminologies, but it has real world consequences for small operating companies out here, mom and dads, mom and pops. Brokers are still skating by. No, nobody's holding them responsible. No matter how much
Yeah.
we want to sit here and say this and that, man, this is where the trucking industry is at. It's a dog eat dog world. But
Yeah.
every trucker still have control of their money if they know where their money is going. Some people like, nah, man. I'm like, hey, just pay attention to this stuff, man. If
Yeah.
you don't have to, if you don't have to utilize the service like ELD, and guys are like, man, I don't know how to do IFTA. I'm like, dude, your ELD does IFTA for you.
Literally. It literally does it for you. You know,
Yeah.
that's kind of the bragging point of every ELD service that's out there is, hey, we track your IFTA for you. So
Yeah.
how can you
Yeah.
not do it if they're tracking it for you?
Well, so it's just some people.
Mm.
And that this goes into what we know in this trucking industry. And it's tax time, and 1099 guys out there need to start utilizing uh, and really at their deductions, because right now, this last year, uh, truck drivers should get money back. That's how I feel. Truck drivers should be getting money back right now.
Oh yeah.
All these truck
Oh yeah.
drivers, all these truck drivers out here, if you're operating, you got a CDL. The government owes you a $50,000 tax refund. That's how I feel.
Minimum.
Yeah,
Hmm.
50,000 easily. If they could put out a grant and say, "Hey, truck drivers and carriers," if they could put out a grant and say, "We're going to give 150, 200, 300, $300,000 if you get a brand new truck," they need to turn around and offer tax incentives for carriers and truck drivers that's willing to stay in the trucking industry. Since they want to have their hands in all our pockets with other things, this is where they need to do it. But they are not going to do it because guess what? If they did that, you know how powerful truckers will say, man.
Yeah, well, that ain't gonna happen.
It will one day.
Yeah.
It will one day. Because
Call
we
me
are
when it happens.
man, I don't like that talk there, y'all. I tell
I
you.
know you don't.
No,
I'm just
I
being
don't
honest.
I don't like when people say it's not gonna happen. Then what the hell you want to do then, pimp? What you want to do then,
Well,
pimp?
hey,
You want
no-
to sit here and play goddamn fairy tales? We got younger generations, our younger kids, the kids that's
Mhm.
growing up now, got a lot more balls
then we
than
do,
a
no
lot of
doubt.
people. And we are sitting here and saying, no, no, no. They changing laws every day in different
Mhm.
counties, in different states and cities and municipalities. And we are sitting here and saying, oh, no, we can't do this. Yes, we
Mm.
can. We just ain't fed up enough.
Oh,
People ain't fed up enough.
so you're trying to say we're not sick
I
and
ain't trying to
tired
say
of
nothing.
being
Don't
sick and
that
tired?
man. I ain't trying to say nothing. I think I'm talking clear as
Okay.
glass.
If you're talking clear as glass, so what you're saying is, and I'm gonna speak for me. I guess I'm not tired of being sick and tired. I guess that's probably where I'm at yet.
You're not tired of being sick and tired. That's you, pal.
Yeah, that's what
That's
I said.
you.
I haven't got to that point yet. Yeah.
Ain't shit going your way either. Ain't
That-
nothing you
that's
can
true
do.
too.
Remember, it's nothing you can do in the trucking industry that's going to go your way. You can't
Yeah.
snap your fingers and make anything just happen on the dime. Your damn truck can't crank without the permission of the ELD system or following the goddamn FMCSA. Don't move that truck. Computer say you can't move it. I know you own the truck. but you can't have the truck in our state. Yeah, you could buy the truck, but you can't utilize that truck on our roads.
That's right.
Yeah, you pay for road taxes. That's through the 2290, but you owe New York special taxes. You owe Kentucky special taxes.
Mm-hmm.
But hold on, they are part of the United States in the federal government, right? Yeah, but they just special.
There you go.
Broker could do a book of business of $40 million with the same underwriter insurance policy of let's say 500. I'm gonna be very nice and generous. I'm gonna be conservative. They could do a business of $40 million with only $10 million in insurance coverage. That's 30 million.
Correct.
50 million. I say 50 million with 10 million.
Yeah.
50 million
Mhm.
in generated revenue with $10 million coverage. 40 million, pimp. They got more on risk than guarantee. Truck driver go out here and go buy 10 trucks and say, hey, I'm going to use that same $1 million policy, spread it out through all 10 of these trucks divided. Government said that you are a fucking felon. You're a felon. You're going to jail. You're a disgrace. You're unsafe for the public. They're putting your ass under the jail for buying a vehicle. But you go out here and defraud 10,000 carriers. Only thing you got to do is just restart your business.
That's it.
Oh, so yes, it's some things that when people are like, well, I'm like, oh, and it all comes back to the money. No matter how we talk, no matter how hard we work, if you are not supervising your dollar, that motherfucker is running away.
Yeah.
It's going to
No
run
doubt
away.
about it. No doubt about it.
Yeah.
It's almost like a loose skirt. It'll leave you every time.
There you go. Thinking about women. Your ass gonna learn that shit. They say, my dad, what old man you say? You'll go broke chasing a woman, but you'll never see a broke woman. You'll go broke chasing a woman, but a woman won't go broke chasing money.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's a true statement. True statement. Might have to put that on a shirt.
I bet you do, y'all. I bet you do, man. I bet y'all do. Well, we got to do something, you guys. We got to play this. We get into that time. We got to play this commercial break. Theo got to go and take his asthma medicine because
There
y'all can
you
hear
go.
his ass breathing. Can y'all hear Theo breathing? Theo ass breathing hard. Is it? Damn, Theo, you all right over there?
Well, I'm doing my leg stretch exercise while we're communicating. So, just trying to stay in shape, bro.
And I hear you, Pip. I hear you guys. Hey, we want to do this special, man. We are sponsored, man. Got an ad coming up. First Kiss Intimates, man. You got Valentine's Day around the corner. It's going to be a special moment for you and your loved one. Why don't y'all just get dressed together and baby oil you and put on some underwear, right? All right. First Kiss. All right, you guys. But anyway, what we got coming up now? What's up, man? What's up? What's up? What up with Triple D in the house, man? Got Triple D in the house.
Oh, yeah.
So, Terrell, good evening, fella. Good. What's up with you, baby? What's up with y'all? Y'all, hey, man, don't be shy, man. I know there's a lot of shy truck drivers out there, man. Hit the cash app, man. Hey, man, hit the cash app, man. Some people like, I'm too proud to beg. I'm poor, pimp.
I don't beg you.
Yeah, I beg every day, man.
No doubt.
Man,
No
I'm gonna put a sign up here shortly, man. Say, hey, do like one of the people that stand on the corner. Hey, I lost my job, my dog. I lost my job. I lost my dog, man. Can somebody help me out with a beer? You know what? More people will buy him a beer.
You'll make more money having the dog with you.
Oh man, the dog. I'd be like, man, look at the dog. I want to just adopt the dog. But then the dog, man, they be having some dogs that look crazy. I'm like, no. I'll get in my truck with fleas.
Oh,
but anyway, man. Yeah. So you guys, so this is this Friday evening, man. With Podcast for Food. You got that right. I like that. I like that, man. Podcast for Food, baby. Oh, man.
That could be a good title.
Yeah, you know what? That might be a show title.
That might be a good title. Podcast for Food.
Hey, man, get these people talking, baby. Because this is, the YouTube atmosphere, man. We got so much diversity out there in the YouTube atmosphere, man. It's time for us to really get down and dirty. Because some of these news that they be breaking off about trucks, man, I'll be like, man, they just give us the watered down shit. They do. There's a lot of watered down. Like, well, that FedEx. Yeah, I seen that in the news. Well, that this truck. I seen that in the news. It's like, man, what's really, I know it does have an impact to the industry, but I have yet to hear California. I have yet to hear Greg Newsom talk about the 70,000 truckers that's out of work. But I hear people talking about, hey, man, we need to do, don't call them illegal immigrants. We need to provide shelter and food. Hold on. What about the 70,000 taxpayers that just lost their jobs under your whole new ideology, Green New Deal, or this green electric, or going electric, or zero emission? Okay, we're not going to talk about these truck drivers, but we're going to talk about these people at the border. Man, y'all can't make no sense of this shit.
Oh man, you're getting too spicy.
I ain't getting no damn spicy.
My ribs starting to hurt a little bit. I don't know how to take that.
Well, why don't you open your doors to them then? Let them come stay in your house for free.
With arms wide open. Long as the government cutting that check, they got somewhere to stay.
Government doesn't cut checks. Here goes a fun fact for anybody who want to know. Government actually doesn't cut checks. Taxpayer pays the checks.
Yeah.
Government is just a third party. Government is like the factoring company. We are the taxpayer. We are the ones paying in.
No doubt about it.
Okay, then the government cut a check.
So you can just send your portion directly to me.
Earn money. Huh?
Yeah, you can send your portion just to me directly, and I'm gonna get them people housed up.
See, this the CEO does not. I hope, man. I wish I could had. I wish I had a computer with a button on it. I fucking delete his damn CDL right now. Delete that stuff. Don't get your damn CDL down there then. Go overseas and get you a CDL then.
Yeah.
Go and work in their country. Let's see if you can find gainful employment.
You
Being an outsider
you
coming in.
won't.
Okay,
You
then, but
won't.
people here,
Mm.
hardworking truck drivers are losing jobs here, and
Mhm.
nobody's saying a damn thing. But we're gonna talk about the border. I see what's
Mhm.
going on in New York, how they put these guys in high-end hotels with PlayStations, and then they said culture misappropriation, or basically they didn't serve them their cultural food correctly.
Mm.
I said, man, are they on news? Yeah, I'm watching it. I'm watching it like, huh? What? But the average person is homeless. You got somebody came in this sucker illegally. The same people say, don't do this. No, don't build a wall. Everybody deserve deserve their right here and all this. Now these people are
Mhm.
talking about, man, we got to send them to Canada. I said, if you never did allow it, we wouldn't be talking about it. We wouldn't be here, but they did it in California. Well, we got to
Mhm.
do something about that. Hold on, you putting truck drivers.
Mhm.
Theo, kill that background, pimple. Kill the background, bro.
You can hear that?
Hey, you guys, I'm gonna kick Theo off this show, man. If
Pimp,
Theo
I
can,
did not.
Theo,
That thing is all the way on the other cross of the room, literally. Yeah. Delete it out, always on the other side of the room. That's why I was like, there's no way he's here.
Theo, I'm gonna say it, pimp.
Mhm.
Man, kill the guy. Sound, man. Come on, kill the side, brother. Kill it. Come
I
on,
got
man.
you.
I mean, dude, nobody want to tune into YouTube and hear your goddamn phone alerts. How you supposed to have a conversation with these?
Distracting their minds on other things.
And that they ain't distracting. You make the shit. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone.
Well, listen, I will say this. Here's the one good thing that's coming out of this. We're having people in New York that live in the area who are standing up and saying, hold on, you're giving what we should have, and you're giving it to somebody who don't live here. So those people are actually coming together as a community and standing up for something. Now that I applaud.
They all right. Hell no. No.
No. Explain.
When people here was explaining where you think your job is going to go to, then people believed in this narrative. Either believe with your political party or you're a racist. Now, people are using their own mind to see what's happening to their community. Now they standing up. Now, okay, stand up, but you need to do more because you voted these people in. You chanted and got these people in these positions, and they are running down your community. And some of y'all are going to have some damn memory erase drug when it comes to re-elections. When time to come to re-elections, have these people forget because they go gang. I'm blue gang. I'm diehard gang. There you go. Well, he did some bad. Yeah, our community is ran down, but they're talking about racism, and I can really get behind that. But the community is no longer theirs.
Mm.
We as American citizens, we are really getting drugged through the mud. The government, Biden's talking about all this money to Ukraine when people cannot even afford eggs. Can't think about that. Then you talking about opening up the border even more. Where are you going to put them in New York? New York is only so big. Where are you going to ship them to? Illinois? Up north? Martha Stewart Allen, we don't have the room. And people here are out of job. They celebrate. Well, we got more job and staff. Man, you brought the same job that was here when you told people to sit at home. Half these motherfuckers still ain't going to work because they can't wear a mask. The company that the country was divided with the mask and the non-maskers. So,
well, I don't think the country was divided. I
country was divided. New York implemented.
Okay,
New York implemented policy that discriminated.
We know what New York did.
It simply discriminated against your own choice. Ain't no fucking hold on.
No. It is a hold on. Choice. You cannot, if you know you have a disease that can kill somebody and you give it to them, you can't do that. That's against the law. Oh, it's none of nobody's. Okay.
You know what? You know what? And you need to go to every school out here and start holding all these kids responsible for getting the other kids sick. See, this
you know
is
what? I'm gonna hold the parents responsible.
No,
you don't
can't hold nobody
to school sick. You can't hold them responsible.
I mean,
There's personal responsibility we all have.
Here your problem is. This is your problem. Government implement rules to make you feel good because you're too wussy to take care of your damn self.
We wussy. Oh, you taking the gloves off tonight.
Man, I'm telling you, say, pimp, when have we, if you grew up in the 80s, if you grew up in the early 90s, people get sick. Okay, but you don't discriminate against a person because of their own choice. Did we not just start talking about this right before the election about discrimination? Now you got a person that could go into a girl's bathroom with a ding-a-ling, but people should not say nothing. We should accept their identity. But when a person said, I'm not going to wear this, now we need to crucify them. We need to take them out their job. We need to boycott them. But then on the same token, my body, my choice. Make me understand. And then when the government saying they are doing the good for the people, but now they're about to cut off the, they are not providing adequate health care. They ain't talking about the senior citizens. But then you got these young folks that want to wear these damn skirt masks around like they're actually doing anything. You're driving your car with the mask on. Goddamn, you're hugging people with the mask on. You don't even take the damn mask off at night. Then you get on Facebook, TikTok, Reddit, YouTube. Hey, you guys, well, I'm breaking out around my lips. I don't know. Put a different mask. Put it on tighter. Suffocate the bumps.
I got mine on right now.
Y'all want the government to implement something for you. But then in the same token, you protesting the government for what they done in the past. Oh, we're going to skip over certain things in the past because it served our personal agenda. And that personal agenda, what showed us in America, people are prejudice. Don't matter your color, your race, or your creed, or your religious belief. People, everybody got a little prejudice in them. And COVID showed it. It showed it. It showed the world.
You still got some air left, or
I still got air. I still got air, and I believe anybody should be able to do what they want. I don't believe in this crap, man. You made me sick. Your immune system was weak.
So hold up. Now hold up. See, you tapped on a lot of issues, right? You said the man's immune system was weak. Well, was it weak because of poor health choices that he made?
I don't know. I'm not. No.
You can't bring it up and run from it. Oh no,
I ain't bring, man.
Personal responsibility. You gonna run with it, pimp.
If I'm breathing around you and you get sick, an educated guess, you was already sick.
No doubt. We're not disputing that.
Okay, then. How many times have you been on a plane? How many times have you been on a bus?
Plenty. No, I don't really.
How many times have you used any public transportation, public restroom? How many times have you been in a hospital? Have you ever been to a public restaurant?
I have.
Have you ever ate out of a bowl, drank out of a cup in a public restaurant?
We all
have. You ever got any soda of ice from a dispensary that's open to the public or private party that multiple people use? Okay, then I'm done. Then don't come at me with that.
Okay, hold on. You can't run from it like that. Now
I'm not running. You're using your liberal ways to try to justify one little thing, but every day of your life consists of being around people.
Okay, now my turn. We're gonna take it all the way back.
Now we ain't taking it all the way back.
No,
This is where I'm at.
You
No,
listen.
I'm not taking it
I
back.
know. I'm gonna take
No,
it
no,
back
no.
from where you started it from.
Man, go take it back, Theo.
Okay, well, stop
Take it
interrupting,
back.
pimp. Stop.
No,
Do I gotta
no,
mute you?
You better.
I'm gonna mute you.
Man, you gotta come with it, baby.
I gotta mute you.
No,
You
no,
gotta shut it down. I let you
Ain't
talk.
gotta do anything. Just get talking, man.
Let's
Get to
go.
talking.
Let's go. You keep saying the migrants in New York. How did they get to New York? They didn't come from Mexico and just went to New York.
New York
See,
went down to the border wall.
No, you're a
They
lie.
did not.
You're
Did
lie.
not. Did,
You
hold
are a
on.
lie.
Hold
Your
on.
state
Listen,
sent these people up here. Your state did that.
your state
what-
champion.
Did
Your
no?
state
My state didn't
champion.
champion nothing. We
Y'all,
don't have it.
when
You get
Trump
New York
was
and Connecticut
president,
mixed up.
when-
Your
when-
state did it. Talk to me,
Hey,
pimp.
say,
Talk
pimp,
to me.
pimp.
Did your
So,
state
Nobody in
not
the Northeast.
send people up here? Don't say what we wanted. Did your state not send people up here? That's a yes or no fact.
Yes, we did.
Okay.
We
Ain't nothing else to
overcrowded.
talk about because you
Y'all
and your
champion,
state
you're still up
decided
there.
to
Why
fuel
your
a
state
prank.
turning them away?
You want
Why
to
is
get
your
a prank.
state turning them away?
They're not in my state. You're
Hold on.
confusing
You
New
want to bet
York
that?
with Connecticut.
Hold on. You want to bet that? Do you actually want to say that not one migrant migrated up to the Northeast region?
Nope. Nope, that's not what
I
I
want.
said. You said they're in my area. My state is
They are
Connecticut.
all in the Northeast.
Okay. Well, pull up the records and hotels and everything else.
I ain't
show
say no
the money.
hotels. They are
So
up
where they
there,
staying?
pimp.
They staying where they staying?
They stay on.
I'm just saying
somewhere
you're
with tax funded.
complaining about a problem.
I'm not
which you have the
complaining.
right to.
I'm
Free
not
will, my man.
complaining.
But your
I
state,
made my
the
statement.
guy you voted for, sent tax dollars that could have went to the
hold
low
on now.
income in
See,
your
you
state
switching.
and sent them up here. And now you complaining because you worried
I'm
about
not
us. If you
hey.
worry, you wouldn't have sent them. Let's put it where the
Hey,
ghosts can
hey,
get it.
hey.
You cannot create a problem and then complain about a problem.
You are talking
with
about the
you, pimp.
Democratic Party now.
Oh,
That's
here
the
we go.
Democratic Party, and
Look,
they actually hold it. You know what's
I'm listening.
really why they are actually holding congressional meetings where you got AOC, you got all of the squad pack, even Kamala Harris, vice president. You know that they are actually on record saying, "Come on into the United States." You know that, right? And you know that when people, even when our governor, because you got to remember that it's federal at that border now.
We
You got-
understand that.
Okay. So you understand that they encourage. And then when people was against it, they was either labeled as racist.
No,
Right?
no, you're twisting the narrative.
You're-
Encouraging those who are legal
asylum seekers,
Legal.
seekers,
or asylum
asylum
seekers to come over here.
Okay,
That's
then
what was
well,
encouraged,
hey,
right?
What if they
That was
came here?
encouraged.
If they came in Texas and they said, you know what, I got a cousin that's in New York. Why will we stand in the way to deny them their request to come up there to
But
the
that's a
Northeast?
false narrative.
Man,
You don't
they
know
walk
they
so
have
far.
cousins
We
in
can't
New
get
York.
them walking
You
on
know,
the
your
highway.
state receives federal
Man,
funding for that border wall, not to send people all across the
you know-
world in this country,
Man,
which is
did you
actually
not know that Biden
trafficking.
stopped it
That's
too?
trafficking. Let's be
Here y'all
honest. That's
go.
trafficking.
The whole Northeast has championed for migration. You guys even allow them, y'all pass laws where you don't require an ID to get driver license, but then complain about ID is racist for voting. But man,
No.
get
Hold
ID.
on.
Here
Hold
go
on.
the thing.
We don't complain up here that ID
all
is
right,
racist
so
for voting because we're not voter
that whole-
suppressed up here in the Northeast. That's you
the
guys down there who are
suppressed-
voter suppressed. That's your
Here's
complaint.
the thing.
Go ahead.
Theo, you have more government regulations, more taxation, more government
to me.
interference with your day-to-day living and the cost of living compared to the people down south. And it's already proven, man. Nobody.
How's it proven?
You see, why do people in the Northeast get their pennies in a wad as if they are a beacon of hope? Your laws incarcerate more. Your laws incarcerate more. Dude,
You
all right.
sure?
You
Because
sure?
we can look
You-
at
so
we
you
can look
trying
at the
to tell me-
percentage of your laws. How many of those that look like me
Nigga,
always get a harder
nigga,
sentence?
you can't. You got the.
Bring it on.
What?
I'm
Theo,
gonna
I'm
mute
gonna
up
say it
so
like
you can
this.
say it.
Theo, I'm gonna say it just like this, Theo. I listened to your governor of Connecticut. He's on record. Now, before you say something to me, please listen to your governor, his speech he gave in the last 2 weeks. What new laws that he's so happy that he's able to bring to the books and enact. Then come back and talk to me about mass incarcerations.
I
Until
sure
then,
will. And I
okay
need
then.
you, and I
You could
need you
Google
to
that
read
right
me.
now, Pam.
No, I
I
ain't gotta
don't
do
need
it.
to do nothing.
I
I'm
can't do it because I ain't got my phone.
I
I
get I
need you to
get
be
I
reciprocal and do the same
uh
thing with your governor.
Theo,
Pimp, I'm
we
just
are
saying,
happy
pimp.
down here.
And
Theo,
we
we are
happy up
happy.
here.
I
That's how we
understand that,
can.
Theo.
Hey, brother, we happy up here. If we wouldn't be on this podcast together. We happy. It may not be your narrative of happiness, but we happy,
Here go the
brother.
thing that you are doing. You letting your democratic ways show. I'm
No,
not
I am
saying that
letting
I'm
my free
unhappy.
will way show. It's free will.
See, then when you tell me that now, Theo, I'm gonna be like, it's an oxymoron move because up there in the Northeast, y'all wouldn't even let people eat in a restaurant unless they showed their vaccination card.
Correct. We was more worried about any more people getting sick.
Y'all do
Where
all right.
now in your
Why
region
are
of the
they?
country,
Hold on. Why
hold
are
up.
they testifying right now in front of Congress that now they are going on record to say it didn't work? They don't know if it will work, but they have reports that it made people sicker and long-term illness. This is on record.
And what you're not telling everybody,
but you saying
these
that
were
they was
people
looking
who
out for your health.
no, see, these were people who already had pre-existing conditions. You're not
Oh,
telling the whole narrative. See, you're taking 2% and trying to make it 100%. Brother, you done lost 98% of information.
Man, I thought y'all didn't like pre-existing conditions, man.
We
Y'all
don't like it. It's the blue states who
y'all
want to
gonna now
implement that
utilize
for insurance.
But
You
now,
red states, y'all don't want nothing.
know-
Pull yourself up by your
oh,
bootstraps,
man.
half your teeth gone.
Here we go the thing right here. When people
Talk to
say
me,
it's
brother.
racist, racism did not say, hey man, I'm only going to stay in the state of Texas. Racism did not say, hey man, we are just going to stay down south. Now, if we actually look at this, anybody could be racist if they could have the intent. That is the most foolish, uneducated thing to say, that, oh man, you got more racists down there. Now, if you have more groups of people in a tighter area, yes, you are going to have higher chances of conflict. Okay. Now, it doesn't mean that a particular area bursts and hibernates racism. See, racism, for you to say that, I understand that Democrat flows through your blood. I understand that you don't watch nothing but CNN and you need something to centralize you. You're very emotional because you're going to run to racism. I never said racism
the
was
viewers.
up there.
You're misleading. We both know I don't even touch CNN. Don't touch it.
Well, Theo, your talking point about racism, and this is not the first time I heard somebody from the Northeast, when they start a conversation and always bring up Texas, which is the land of the free. We are a growing economy. We're strong, resilient. We are diverse. It's a diverse state. Dallas, Texas is actually all blue. Dallas, Texas went on the record for going with a full Democratic council, city council, mayor, so on, so forth. Okay. Houston is blue and liberal. Okay. So when people start saying Texas is racist, I'm like, you know that Dallas is 100% Democratic. So if it's so racist, why do Democrats
I don't recall saying Texas is racist. I recall saying we want to reverberate to saying someone is racist.
I'm just saying, Theo,
that's your word. That wasn't Theo's words.
Theo, diversity lives here in Texas. But the people down south, I would like to say it, the narrative that the people up north use, is just it's a low-hanging fruit. But if we actually look at day-to-day living, we are not living on top of each other like we packed in a fucking sardines. We are literally have a backyard side, and we could stretch our arms, and we
Okay, now
thankfully
you done
we
took
ain't spending
both
ten
gloves
thousand
off.
dollars for an apartment where we got to spend $500 for a
Okay,
parking spot
you
in
you
front of our apartments.
you
But
know what? I
I just
need
like that.
him. No,
I
no,
just
no.
love this state,
You
man.
know what? I need you to really paint a truthful picture.
Uh,
Everybody doesn't live on top of each other. There's a lot of space and land. In
man,
all
man.
metropolitan cities,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
people live
Man, that
closer.
was a. I did not.
Closer.
Where's that city? That's New York City, where they gotta make those special contraptions for all those rats and things of that nature, and y'all send out the cats. So, yeah, man. I just think y'all kind of
Now,
proud.
you know what? Now you
I
know
just think
what? Now
y'all proud. I'm not talking about New
you
York. I'm just saying, man. If we
why
gonna
you got to
nitpick,
bring up the rats? What's the rats got to do with this? We
I
talk
love
about
cats.
people.
I think that's very inhumane to put those cats through all of that. I love little Fluffy. Y'all was
Well,
just
the
worried
cats
about
don't
people
belong
health.
up here. This is
Hold on,
rat country.
y'all was using vaccination cards to make
For the
sure that
rats.
pre-existing conditions, but y'all don't care about the cats. Y'all got the
Why should we
cats
care about the cats?
running around the city eating no toxic ass rats.
They ain't got
But
to eat
see,
the
I
rats.
thought
They
y'all
can go
care
down to
about the animals.
Texas. You want me to ship them to you?
Man, I care about the rats. I mean, to care about the cats, man. Those rats down there.
I
up
would
there.
ship all these
Yeah.
cats down to you. If you care that much about them, we'll get them out of New York City. We'll get them out of Connecticut. They have
Yeah.
no purpose here anyway. So
I'm gonna
we'll
do it
send
like
them
the
right to you.
Democrats. All right, you only ship me the good ones, then I
No,
just give the
I'm
other
gonna
ones
ship you
away.
the black ones, the racist cats.
Say this cat,
That's what you go get, Pimp.
man.
You go get
See,
the black cats.
hey, you guys. See, how many times a Democrat gonna say racist tonight? Let's see.
You brought up the racist stuff, not me.
Oh, man.
You
Oh,
brought that
man.
up.
There you go, Theo.
We
You
don't
know,
justify
Theo,
everything with racism.
that's why you got your blue side, I got my red side, but we come back in the middle, man.
You know it all the time. That's the only way this country can survive, brother.
Yeah, but what's
I
going
still
on
wouldn't
right
wanna
now
live in
in this
Texas.
world, man?
Mhm.
I think everybody is feeling it,
No
and
doubt.
people are upset, man. Well, some people are uncomfortable, man,
Mhm.
because right now, it's just we looking at it. If you like right now, they're talking about this object over Alaska. We just dealt with the China balloon, okay, and now we have the military talking about a object they have discovered and shot down over Alaska. So we got wars. We got wars that you know we are donating money to. Now our borders are not secure, and now we dealing with stuff with Alaska, China, conflict, inflation is high, cost of gas is high. Government said depends on let's depend on electricity, but we don't even have the infrastructure for it. We don't even have a timeline when the infrastructure will be quite close to support a full electric or a full electric economy.
Where is there
And
any proposal on the books to build
oh yeah, it's a
an electric
dream.
infrastructure?
Yeah, there's a dream. They was first one to start in major cities and things of that nature, but
Mm,
it's just all talk, right?
okay.
It's like,
So,
hey,
so
get this
you
for
don't
instance.
think it's gonna happen? What you're trying to tell me?
I'm not. I see. No, I'm gonna be clear for you. I'm gonna be clear for you.
Mhm,
It technology, electric is coming to the future, but
mhm,
they are trying to dump 50 instead of dumping 1 gallon of water, meaning,
mhm.
all right, bringing in this product to market. What they are trying to do is dump 50 gallons of water. Now, when they dump the gallons of water, they want to penalize anybody that doesn't get wet, meaning the average consumer. They want to penalize us with petroleum. If you use like California and other states are now talking about, okay, we need to tax you for how many miles you put on your vehicle
Mhm.
because you are contributing to the carbon footprint. But
Mhm.
we will give you an incentive if you buy this electric vehicle. You don't have to worry about it for right now. So yes, that is a penalty. Okay,
Mm.
they are slowly eroding freedom of choice. Okay, and a free market. Now, when government steps in, now they are slowly monopolizing it. Okay, and
Mm.
no, yeah, that
So
really makes me lose sense.
at what point do the country decides it's gonna move forward? Right?
When you say move forward, what you mean? Just move technology, electric is here. That's not a debating topic.
Okay, so it's a debate because electric's here. They really don't have the infrastructure to implement it the way they want. Or
Who's
are you
they?
saying, when I'm saying the infrastructure, I mean the government doesn't have the
The
infrastructure.
government should
Right.
not
Correct.
be doing it. If the taxpayers do not want it, it's not the government job. That is for
Okay.
free enterprise. That is
Okay.
100% for free enterprise.
Now, who's going to regulate this free enterprise? The companies or the
This is
citizens?
what happened to a lot of people. People
Mm.
became so dependent on government. Show me these government programs that are so efficient.
Oh, so efficient. Okay, which ones aren't efficient? Let's tackle that first.
No.
Because we can come in the middle. We can come in the middle.
See, I'm scratching my face. Theo.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. I got the best one. I thought we was gonna be in the middle. Best government program that's efficient, the military. United States military. One of the best in the world. That's a government program, brother.
All right.
That is a see, you can't handle the truth.
Here go Theo. All right, Theo.
Facts are the facts.
You know what?
Debate the facts.
You know what?
Go ahead.
Yes. And also, I didn't like when they try to mandate that vaccination.
To who?
People of the service. People of the service.
You do realize the people of the service sign a letter that they will have to take and accept any vaccination. You don't like that vaccination, but what about if they have to take vaccination for anthrax? They have to take it for anthrax. You're not complaining about that. So I didn't hear you. I did not hear anything for anthrax. Did y'all hear it? So now you're picking and choosing. The reality is
Pfizer made all the money. Well, I guess that thing was so good that the last one, the jitty jab. I guess that's why they're up there on the Congress right now, giving testimony on how beautiful things just worked, and it just
the jab ain't for everybody. It ain't for everybody, bro.
Right there.
Okay,
then Theo.
Yeah, it ain't for everybody.
Yeah.
You know why? You didn't get it. You're not jabbed. That's why I say it's not for everybody.
And you don't know what I got. See, that's what's wrong with you. You got so adapted to those ways up there. Like my health is your responsibility. And that's the problem what happened to a lot of people during this hard times. People took it upon themselves to be responsible for your health. They did it so good, they even would kill you and say, "No," like Canada. You know what? We can't handle you in the healthcare system because it's just flawed. We are going to give you an alternative. You can unlive yourself. Yeah. We're going to offer that service now. Unlive yourself. So
should we force people to stay alive if they choose not to live?
Nobody's forcing anybody.
Well, if you say again an alternative to unlive themselves, right? They're giving that alternative. So what's the opposite of that alternative? That means we're going to force.
Isn't that still murder?
Isn't that still murder?
Isn't that murder?
That's self-mutilation. If I'm not pulling the trigger, how's it?
No, you gotta. Oh, so
can you charge a man with murder for killing himself?
They offer that service. They offer that service.
Yeah, we said Dr. Kevorkian. But he's no longer here, and he was put in jail for doing that, right? But if I offer myself, are they gonna put me in jail for murdering myself? No.
Did somebody assist you with it? Did somebody assist you with it?
If somebody assisted me with it, they can't put them in jail and me. But if I signed over my rights, power of attorney to that person, this is what I put in my will in a court of judgment, they have to honor that will if that's what I put in it.
All right. So are you going to go through that? Because I would like to sit there that day. I know it's going to be in the future, but I'll make sure I set my alarm clock in my Google notification to be right there.
Ride it out till my breath leaves my body. That's my free will, right? That's my free will.
Dude, why do you need the government to get involved? Is that if you believe that's your free will?
Because I do. The government's getting involved because one,
they
don't want it. Here's the thing: the government wants to control everything, right? The government
you allow them. You are allowing them. You are.
I'm not allowing. Listen, I'm going to die on my free will, not the government.
If they give me permission, I have free will. If they give me no permission, I have no free will.
You know why? You fight for that free will. I thought you red states like to fight all the time. You brag about how we're liberals up here. We're hey,
Well, we
whatever the
are in the
government
court of
say.
law right now. So right now we are in the court of law, and we are we are fighting cases. We did it at district court.
Mhm.
We headed up to Supreme Court. So yes, we are actually fighting the right way within the court system to get some of this stuff unjust. So other states have example because other states are leading the way, even up there in Illinois. Shout out to the people in Illinois.
Let's stay in Texas. That's where you at. Don't break up
And,
Illinois.
shout out to the people in Illinois.
Yeah, you just stay
Hopefully,
down.
hopefully the people in Michigan could get enough people to rally together to
Mhm.
go and fight some of those laws at the district
Mm.
level, and then at the Supreme Court, get them out because so many people. And we're
So
gonna
you
go over there and help out other states. Yeah, New York is that.
Oh,
New York.
here you go. Here you go.
I
So
know.
now
Well, it just
you're
proven.
Davy Crockett. You're Davy
uh,
Crockett now,
I'm
right?
just saying, man. I'm
I'm
just
just
saying.
saying you want to
People
help
down here,
everybody. You're
I
Davy
would say
Crockett
that
to me.
it would not even be Texas. I see because that is just it's not just Texas, man. It's a lot of states that have people that's fed up that understand their pursuit to happiness, liberty, and freedoms in the Constitution, where they're saying, okay, I'm not buying into this stuff anymore because you guys are restricting me. You guys are like Gustavo, right? You guys are getting more and more power under the disguise of public emergency. Hold on, man. Hold on. See, they already started it, and they are just constantly pushing it on people, and people are
Okay.
fighting back, and they are fighting back in the court of law.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. So do you believe we both will believe that is a governmental issue, right?
What?
That they're taking power from the people and people are fighting back, right? It's a governmental issue, right? The government is
No, no,
taking
no,
from
no.
the
Don't
people.
join me in it. You just make your statement, Theo.
Well, no,
You
I got
make
to make
yours.
my statement because you got to give me an answer. See, my answer to you,
See,
my
there you go.
question
You
to
need a
you,
daddy, Theo.
I
You
don't
need a
need no
daddy.
daddy. I'm a
You don't
grown
have to. I
man.
don't have to. Theo, you make your statement. You make your statement. You stand on it, right?
Okay,
I'm
I'm gonna
making
make it, but you
mine.
got to
I'm
stop
making
interrupting
mine.
me. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. The government is doing it, but you want to make it seem like it's only one part of the government, one party. They're in the cahoots with each other.
I
Now,
ain't say
let's
that.
be honest. Now,
I
you
ain't say
paint
that.
that picture. You
How
paint
did I
that
paint the
picture.
picture when I
You,
said that people are fighting some of these ridiculous laws in the courts? How does that make it paint like what?
you've been,
Uh,
listen,
I
you've
mean,
been slinging with a broad brush
dude,
all
I'm
night.
just talking
The
about we the
blue,
people.
the
We
blue, the blue, right? So it is we the people
all
now.
right,
That's why we are
all
up
right.
here
So
together as the people.
uh, you holding that right?
I'm just
If I
regurgitating what you
wanted to
said.
go there, if I wanted to go there, I already went there, and I would have
Mm,
went there right here, right? I only
mm,
go there when I feel like it needs to be done. Right
okay.
now, I just gave a shout out to Illinois, the people in Illinois. And most of the people in Illinois, they lean blue, but they are
Well,
seeing, they are waking up like, oh, I'm still blue. But
mm,
this right here is just too much. You guys, no, you guys are way overstepping. So I didn't say the Rays in Illinois, but see, you have a
mm.
soft touch to your
No,
colorism.
no, no.
You're a
I'm
prejudice.
speaking.
I'm saying it, Theo, you're a prejudice towards the red man.
Wow.
You're a
Wow.
prejudice.
You may be a little right on that, but that's besides the point. I'm evolving. How about that? I'm evolving.
It's not a problem. It's not a problem. It's not a problem.
I'm evolving. At the end of the day, we all know you start out painting a picture of all
No, I
the
didn't.
elements in this country is because of the blue parties, quote unquote.
I did
As
not
if
say all the elements. You
I
making that
said you
up.
paint a picture. You could
I
have
did
been a
not
Van
paint a
Gogh in
picture.
your day, and we know you are very good with the penmanship. So that's the picture.
Theo, I did not paint a picture. I
You
just
painted a
literally,
picture, brother.
uh, Theo, I did not paint a picture, Theo. Only thing I just
Okay.
said from what I felt and the party lines, the colors, and I am a person that um I believe in diversity, right? But when people goes
Mm-hmm.
to think like hey man, my shit don't stink. I'm going back like, yes, it does. Yes, it
Oh,
does. Then when you
so
got to
you
blame others, we
mhm.
just had a discussion about people being responsible, right? We did talk about finance, being responsible with your finance, understanding how to self-identify problems, how to correct problems before they get out of hand. But then
Correct.
when we are grown men and we talking about these problems dealing in our communities or holding people responsible that we voted for, you want to blame other motherfuckers. See, this
Mm,
is the time then you want to become you don't want to become accountable. What did
mm.
Texas do? What did Texas do? Y'all let them in, didn't y'all? Okay, then stop complaining. Y'all
Okay,
could have
but
shipped them
but
back. But here
you
go the
you're
thing. You could have shipped them back, but you didn't.
it's
Okay.
not this
Okay.
trafficking.
What you
It's human trafficking is what you were
trafficking.
talking about doing. That's what they did.
If it was trafficking, then it was a violation of oath of office.
That's right.
They could have easily okay, they did.
Are
They didn't.
is your governor
Man, now
being
my
sued
governor
by
died.
any states for that? Is your governor being charged with
Hey,
misleading and
are they
trafficking?
Theo, you just want to ask me question. Make the statement, pimp. Tell me if my governor is being charged.
Hey, I don't have to tell you because I'm asking you the question. You know
Oh
why? Because I
God, God
need
damn.
you to tell the people. See,
I
I
don't need
would
to I
tell the
don't need to
people
tell the
about Connecticut.
here
I don't need you to tell them
here
about
go the thing
Connecticut.
though, Theo.
You ask
Here
me
go
the
the
question, I
thing,
give you
Theo.
the answer.
Theo. We move we are going somewhere, but I don't think people are really interested in. I don't think the
They
people who's
interested in
interested
it.
in I
You
don't
know
think the
why?
people is interested
They
in it,
interested
you
in it.
know. I
I
don't
just
think people
listen.
what?
I'm gonna say this. You said you used the word you felt. You felt. You felt, right? You felt. So you done got your emotions involved now. You done got your emotions involved.
Theo.
Go
Theo,
ahead. Go ahead.
man, I am square. I am tight like a pack of coos at a 7-Eleven on the front row. I ain't got no fucking emotion involved. I'm gonna tell you why. I'll tell you why. I could go outside right now and park my car in front of my house. I ain't got to worry about a fucking meter maid. I ain't got to put no permit sticker. I ain't got to do shit right there on public property, right there in front of my house. Yeah, leave the car running too. I ain't got to worry about getting a violation or reporting idling. See, I'm
You,
happy.
you know
I would
what?
never be upset.
You know
I'm
the
never.
crazy part about that? I can do the same thing. I don't
Okay.
have a parking permit on my car.
I did.
Last time I checked.
I'm not comparing myself to you, Theo.
No, I'm just
I
saying,
just
brother,
told the
we have a
same.
lot in common. That's all I'm
Okay.
saying. Yeah,
Okay.
we have a lot in common, especially when
Mm,
it comes to rights of people. We just have a different route of getting there.
okay, there. You know.
Hmm.
But anyway, man. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, man.
you know, it gets this way, you know. But it's not the Matrix, right? Oh man, Alan came in here with something that's out this world profound. Well, Alan, before
I ain't touching
I'm
that.
concerned, yeah, because checkmate gotta, man, we can't if checkmate ain't here, we can't talk about checkmate.
No doubt.
Yeah, if he ain't here, I ain't got nothing to say, Bill.
No doubt.
But yeah, what
No
up with
doubt.
you, Calvin Leak? Zay Mack? Yo, the military got whatever vaccine. All right, what up with you, Zay Mack? Terrell Myers, man. What's up with y'all, man? Craig, garage and trucking, not to mention the crime. They took all the jobs in the South Park. Fact, they worried about folks who's going to hurt the economy because everyone knows they're illegal, but they come over anyway for cheap labor. All right. Yeah,
Whoa.
man. Man, we are going in tonight, man. We are holding strong. Hour and 52 minutes, 27 people. That's badass. That's
Mm.
badass, man. That's
Well, we
bad.
got to be saying something to keep their attention.
Oh, man. I
That's the
think
way
they
it
came in
works.
here because your microphone is not echoing tonight.
That's what it is. You
I
know
think
what
that's
that
why they
means?
say.
They really want to hear me talk. They want Theo's perspective.
Go
That's what
ahead,
we're going to
Theo.
start calling the segment of the show. Theo's perspective.
Theo, go ahead and say your perspective right now, Theo. We would like to
Ah,
hear it.
we already ran the gamut on it tonight. I think we are about perspective out.
Oh, Theo. I don't know how I found this chat about like it. Hey, thank you, Zay Mac, man.
I know
Thank
that's
you,
right.
brother.
Good
Man, we
deal.
appreciate that, man. We really do, pimp. We really do, man.
Yeah,
Thank
I'm
you.
back for more.
Yeah, keep on coming back. Let everybody, tell your friends about it, man. Get your liberal friends in here. Get your Democratic. We all, at the end of the day, we all do our thing. But knowledge is power, man. That's one thing we really stand behind. And hey, what, man? Yeah,
I know you was gonna go there. Get your liberal friends. I'm like, here we
man,
go.
yeah.
Here
We
we
can't.
go.
Here go the thing. Here go the thing. We are open arms, right? We don't
No doubt.
discriminate. We are open arms. But some people, you don't respect their pronouns, they all of a sudden become prejudiced.
Hey,
But
that's
hey,
them Republicans
uh,
saying they're conservative. They don't want you to call them Republicans. They want you to call them conservatives. It's this whole I'm not Republican. I'm a
hey,
conservative.
man,
That's that pronoun stuff they
I
talk
tell
about.
you what, Pimp, you could call me a dumbass, but don't call me a Democrat.
Oh, come
I
on, my
reckon.
liberal friend. Don't be like
Man,
that.
I'd be like, nah. Guys get upset with me, man. You take it too serious. I'm like, I don't take it serious. It's just,
No, you don't.
I'm just one of those guys, man. Like, no, I don't like it over there. I don't like it over there.
Yeah.
Some of the people are just mean, and everything that they are saying that they're fighting for, they are it. Like, you don't agree with them. Who the fuck you think you are? Like, damn, dude, I was just saying what I had to say. Fuck you. Like,
Mm.
you ain't black enough. Like,
I
why?
wouldn't say that. I wouldn't
I'm
say
like,
that.
I'm like, wow. Hold on, let me get out my black meter. How black do I need to be to talk to you? Pull
Well,
out your money.
we love our paper bag test. So that's kind of how they gauge everything, the old paper
Oh
bag
man,
test.
we got checkmate in the building. Let's checkmate. I'm gonna start to think out loud. Well, there's nothing wrong if you want to explore homosexuality, And hey, man, that's your choice, man.
It ain't for
It's your
everybody.
choice, And that's one thing too, is that you know, back in the day when I was growing up, what I didn't know, you hear that and you get offended. But nowadays, man, it's a part of our lives. Um, a person want to be that. That's them. That's
It is
them.
what it is.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is what it is.
because that's the way they choose to live, you know,
Mhm.
and they want to do it. Hey, I have nothing to say. No input about it. No input
Yeah.
about it. Yeah, just
Yep.
start when you start fucking with my kids and things of that nature, and
All
yeah,
bets are off.
yeah,
Yeah.
bets are all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm with you on that. I'm picking up what you putting down. From the blue state, we're picking up what you putting down.
All right. We already know what you're gonna do with that. Label that racist.
Pretty much, pretty
Yeah,
much.
y'all. Hey man, y'all really coined it. Y'all ran that R out of racist. It's just aces
Now
now.
we
Just aces.
reinvented the R. We made it now. It's a cursive R. We're gonna
Uh,
reinvent it. Next year it
oh
may be
man.
Roman numbers.
Oh damn it. Can you hey man, that will hey man, if they come out with an anti-racist emoji, dude, I'm gonna have to get a shirt. I'm gonna have to get a shirt, man. They came
Mm.
out with everything. I want to see somebody develop a anti-racist symbol emoji. Yes, I just want to see one, man. I'll be like,
Sure, I
dude,
just put a cone head and just circle around it with an X. There you go. Anti-racist.
Tony.
Mm.
What? Ah, y'all still worrying about the KKK.
No, not by any means
Man, dude.
necessary.
Oh man, I tell
Nah.
anybody, man. Growing up in the South, man, I used to hear the story. Grandpa used to tell me too about it. But now we got to a point in life in a society that I think
Mhm.
that you got a lot of good people out there, and this has been proven. No matter your color, your race, your belief, or your gender, if somebody sees something bad happening, you got people in public that will step in and put their life on the line to save yours. So, I don't see. mm, yeah,
You know,
I don't
it's
know.
fun.
That's what I say.
Let me say this.
Uh-huh.
It's funny you said that. There was just a case in Seattle, Washington, I believe. Young black kid, and they're standing there with the guns, and neighborhood comes out, and most of them were white. You know what they did? They stood in front of the kids so to make sure that the cops wouldn't do anything to them. They didn't look at the color. They just seen a young kid, teenager, who was dealing with being angry, but he didn't hurt anybody. Somebody called it in. The cops had the gun drawn, and they repeatedly said he hasn't done anything. He doesn't have a gun, to the point where they walked out in front of this kid. Right. So that paints a picture of what America really is, unbeknownst besides what people portray it to be. That is the true American spirit.
Yeah. And now I hear people too, certain situations when it comes down to officers, and I'm not taking anything away from what you said or that
Correct.
situation. But some people are shocked that officers have to have their weapons drawn on certain situations. Well, you don't know what the cop just received, the information. The person that's calling in could say, "Hey, I thought I seen a gun. There's a guy acting erratic," and the cop rolls up to the scene, man. He probably don't have his gun out. And when people are like, "Oh, you don't need your gun out," yeah, man. Hey, man, my thing is go to one of them trainers. Now you got good and bad, but hey, you got to stop thinking that everybody in this world is just fucking rainbows. Because some
No doubt.
people, cops don't pull his gun and things of that nature, and it's cops out here that lost their lives when they walking up to a person that want to talk to them. Hey, man, all cool, calm, guns out, cops down.
Correct.
And what do you think other cops gonna say? And it's vice versa.
And without a shadow of doubt, we are not anti-cop at all. Now that's one thing.
Stop highlighting this stuff, man. Yeah. Stop it, man. Stop it.
I had to do it while you was talking.
Nah,
I
man.
let everybody
that's
see.
bullshit right there, man. That's bullshit, man. What? Connecticut Blue State versus Mississippi Red State. Best state in the union when it comes to human development. All right. That right there. Human development. That is very subjective. When you say human development, right? Then my argument would be, okay, constitutional rights, human rights. What you mean development? Because I'm not going to even touch on that, but we can. But you compare to Mississippi, and if y'all so damn smart, then get your stuff under control. Since y'all so smart up there, get it under control, and stop saying
what
that
do they need to get under control?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Y'all want to keep on comparing your state to the down south, especially
the
people
down
be
south.
hitting
The
up
Southerners
Mississippi.
compared their state to us to tell us how
Man,
bad we are.
I have yet to see a protest in the southern state for the people in New York or the northern states about anything in that state. That's Hell, they just reported in the news in Atlanta. I mean, not Atlanta, Georgia, but in Georgia, the protests about the police academy getting built. The protesters, the rioters, and the terrorists was not even from the state of Georgia. Some of them was up there from the north, and some of them from California.
Well, when you say the north, you got to be specific, brother. There's northwest. There's the northern plains.
All right,
There's
the
the northeast.
the whole the northeast. The northeast.
Oh, okay.
So when the guys, here go the thing, man. If you actually looks at on the books, I just tell people make the best choice for your family where you want to reside in, relocate to, right? Because Theo said it multiple times. He's trying to move to Austin, Texas, but the Connecticut is so nice, though.
It is.
Why leave Connecticut? Why leave? Why come to Austin?
Because Austin is becoming more and more blue. Connecticut is a beautiful state.
Well,
it's just cold up here, brother. You get tired
you
of
haven't
cold
did your
weather.
research. Did you not know that Austin is considered liberal? Like Austin is a strong blue city.
Have no problem with that.
And now the homeless population has increased.
We'll ship them out
of living, and this is fact. Even Vice, which is a far leaning. Even Vice did a report of the people that was in low income homes that got relocated outside of the city limits, but still worked in the city limits, And now how much money they have to spend, and some of them are losing their jobs because they cannot get to work.
Well, will we
And
call that
so
gentrification? Will we call that
I
gentrification to
don't
the
know.
neighborhood community?
Here go the thing. I'm going back
Mhm.
over here, man. I'm gonna let y'all blue guys keep on. I call y'all Bluetooths because y'all come on for racism and go off for facts. But anyway,
Well, and that's the problem. The red never have any facts. They only have
man, we power
speculations.
on, baby.
Yeah,
And we power on.
speculations. And I respect them for their speculations and all
I,
that.
I
But
bet you. I bet you one
yeah,
thing. I bet you
mhm.
one thing about me. I would not have. First of all, I won't be starting a debate about, hey, what y'all did at the border. Your state hurt my state. Nah, man, come on. The
I wouldn't
accountability.
either. That's why you never heard me say it.
And y'all shipped them up here. Y'all, who shipped them up? They wanted to come up there, man. Human trafficking.
Mm.
They tried it
If
in
you
Congress.
if
They
you
actually
look at
tried.
the laws on the
Well,
book,
hold on.
that's
Here go
considered
the here
human
go.
trafficking.
See, this is where you already knew the Democrat already played that card because they was trying to charge the governor down here with that.
Mm.
They were trying to get him mixed up, but then they had proof, actual proof. No, he didn't do it. They want to go up there.
I didn't see the proof.
That's why he's not charged. Your
Oh,
political your leaders already tried that.
oh,
They
did
already
they?
went before
And,
Congress. See, that's why
and
it's dead now. That's why
so no,
AOC.
it's only
No, it
dead.
ain't no. That's why
Hear
nobody's
me.
talking about it no
It's
more.
not dead.
Right now,
We
mm,
can walk and chew gum up here. We don't have just because you don't hear about it, that don't mean it ain't being fought for.
all right. I'm gonna tell you something. Yeah,
Talk to me.
I love you, brother. All
Love you
right.
too, brother. Nothing but
All right,
respect
man.
for you. You
Man,
know
but
that.
before you come talking on this red side, pimp, get your green screen right for fucking with me.
Oh wow. Well,
Lower your
hey.
voice. If
Oh,
you can't
okay.
move,
You had to go the green screen on me now. All
you over there
right.
moving in that chair. We can put
Oh,
bigs up here, man. We're gonna put bigs up here, man.
yeah,
And then of
it's
course
all good, brother. It's all
we're
good.
here, hedge fund traders and wealth gets spread around. Y'all spread wealth around so much, man. Ain't nobody homeless up in the Northeast there. That's
Uh,
so nice. That's so nice. No
hey,
government
hey.
assistance, no nothing.
Stop making a
I'm just, hey man,
singular
I'm
conversation
congratulating.
plural.
I'm just congratulating. Hey, I want to
I
give
don't know.
shout out. I want to give shout out to Connecticut. They are the only state in the United States that understands the wealth and development of humans and their constituents, man. And they should have so no taxes up there, nothing. They are very efficient. Shout out
No.
to the people. Shout out to the
Mm,
people of Connecticut.
everybody's got taxes, brother.
Shout out to the people of Connecticut.
Mm, I
All right.
got you.
So anyway, man. So
Yes,
anyway.
sir.
We really want to thank you guys truly, man. Well, it's 2 hours and 6 minutes. And man, we got more to come, you guys, and more discussions. And just more, man. Just more. Um,
No doubt.
yeah, yeah. Because man,
Mhm.
I could keep on going. I can keep on going all night, but we paid some bills today. Hold on, we got to pay one more bill. We got to pay one more bill. And then man, how long you guys? Hey, French kiss, you guys. This Valentine's season. Go check out French Kiss. Might like something over there, man. I know I did. I ordered my wife something. Get there, man. Y'all can use this code right here. Let me take down the banner. There we go. All right, get 15% off on your checkout. When you go to FrenchKissIntimates.com and use the code OBPC, official business podcast. Just shorten up. But if you guys use that, man, you get 15% off your order. So right in time for tax season and Valentine's. Pay
spend
that
that early,
15%.
spend that early tax check.
There we go. But
Mhm.
what you got to say before we wrap it up?
Hey,
Yo.
brother, you know what? Everybody stay prayed up, strapped up, learn something for 2023. It's been a good live. Happy to see the new faces coming in. Bink is one of the new guys. Checkmate's checking us out. Alan, everybody that came in and contribute with a comment and watched us for 2 hours go back and forth, whether it's good, bad, and the ugly. We always want to give some entertainment out here. And let's do it again, brother. That's all I can say.
All right, you guys, man. I really appreciate you guys coming on in. I would say this to all the people out there, man. I felt really disrespected and hurted by the democratic mindset of Theo, but today was all right because we love him, brother in Christ. Y'all come back and check us out, man. And Theo and I, we are going to come up here and every day we are going to improve, man. Before I leave, I'm gonna check out a comment. All right, Ghost Time Bully. All right, I got a Cash App up there, man. You guys donate, help the channel out, and shout out to French Kiss, our first sponsorship, and just many more to come, man. Other than that, catch y'all later.